I must say, it's an incredible honor to be here and address you, the graduating class of 2022. I was completely dumbfounded when I was asked to do this. Out of a staff of 90 plus, I was the lucky one to get chosen. So that's pretty exciting. And it's so wonderful to see all of your family and friends here to support you, admire your accomplishments of completing the required coursework so that you can receive a high school diploma. How wonderful. So, I came here to West Seattle High School, a much younger math teacher, fervently ready to disseminate the message and language of the gods, unlock the mysteries of the worrying of the universe through the Common Core standards-based curriculum on how to do mathematics. Okay, they didn't call it Common Core back then, but it was the same stuff. All right. So, I was going to teach my brains out and my tush off. My mother said I couldn't use the word I wanted to use, so I'm using tush. Okay, so, just like my esteemed colleagues, of which there are many. After all, I was the one charged with maximizing your mathematical capabilities and giving you some skills with which to get through life. Looking back, over the years that have so rapidly disappeared, I'm the one who got an education from you. West Seattle's intelligent, hardworking, empathetic, and wonderful students who are sitting right here in front of us in this stadium. I am in awe of your compassion. I am amazed at your tech skills, of which you tell me. I bow down to your pursuit of excellence against big odds. And there have been many challenges, but let's not go there because we'll be here too long, like maybe when it's dark. But I do want to talk about a couple of stories. So first, one of the challenging things of being a teacher is setting up good groups and doing some group work. So you want to make sure that, they're productive and no one is left out. Sometimes there are students who aren't always the most fun maybe to work with. Students who are lonely, maybe a little querulous, and kind of might get overlooked or left out, like not being picked for a team. So you gotta be careful. But you, our kind and accommodating students, have time after time stepped up and welcomed everyone into your groups and into your hearts. I will never forget the very popular, very smart, absolutely gorgeous student who stepped up and in a very heartfelt and sincere way said that she would like to have so-and-so in her group. She was compassionate, socially aware, and knew that other students were not necessarily keen on having that student in their group, and saved me the delicate task of making sure that that kid was in a group gracefully without embarrassing them or hurting their feelings. I observed kindness on that day beyond compare, and I strive to emulate you and be as kind and welcoming as you have demonstrated. I have also learned that one can achieve your goals against nearly insurmountable odds. You've struggled with family problems, maybe divorce and death. You have faced a pandemic of epic proportions, the like not seen in over 100 years. You have had your own health issues to deal with. Economic upheaval has been in evidence, and remote learning overtook your school. You did not let any of that stop you. You kept learning, you kept pursuing your goals, and you did not give up. You made it to this momentous occasion where you will be receiving your diploma. I don't think I've been tested to those degrees. I have learned what it means to be tenacious from you. Mr. Wiener says, my students, let's give it for Mr. Wiener. He says, my students have shown me their capacity for greatness, not only as students, but as human beings. They are incredible, passionate about making this world a better place in spite of setbacks and roadblocks that are continually placed in front of them. They are indeed a force to be reckoned with. So, one of the things that help you make it through these setbacks in road black were your tech skills, which are stunning, and you obviously did not learn them from me. So I suspect my brilliant and talented colleagues had a lot to do with that. I've relied on you many a time to get me out of continuously playing YouTube vignettes that wouldn't stop talking, sound that I could not get to work, probably because I didn't turn up the volume. There was also small screens that I couldn't enlarge, and therefore students couldn't see them. And some extremely helpful student eventually signed me up for Netflix. Thank you. How many times did I hear, Mrs. Depew, try this. Mrs. Depew, let me help you. And by the way, I'm not the only one, okay? Mr. Burgraff says he learned how to quit those autoplay videos from his students too, okay? And Ms. Murdoch's response when I asked her for some tech advice was, Kim, just ask your students. So, wise words from a smart woman indeed. So you are tech talented, and we rely on your techiness to facilitate sporting events, drama productions, concerts, and even high school graduation ceremonies. I can't wait to see what you do in the next 20 years. Finally, I learned to stand up for family and not be afraid to share important feelings. How many of you have time after time said how much you love your siblings, your moms, your dads, your family? In advisory circles, when we discuss some touchy subjects, you said, and I quote, Mrs. Depew, my mom is wonderful. She's the best. She's always doing what she can to make things better for our family and for me. It just warms the heart because too often we are mired in conflict and misunderstandings, or we're tired, we're overworked, and we forget to be grateful and appreciative. So I have learned to be more grateful for the wonderful people who matter most. Mr. Gardner has assured me that there are naysayers out there that say this country could be in trouble. But all you have to do is look at what's coming up the ranks and you realize that things are going to be all right. So I quote, the maturity and compassion exhibited in the Intersectional Feminist Club is amazing and shows a depth of understanding that surprises anything we were capable of doing at that age. We agreed, me and Robert, it probably even surpasses what most people twice or 3 times your age are capable of doing. So, it has been a privilege to get to know you, to watch you grow and mature, to celebrate your accomplishments, which are many. You have enriched my life and broadened my perspectives on a whole host of issues. And I want to thank you for all you have done and all you will continue to do in what promises to be an amazing future. And in conclusion, best of luck to each and every one of you. Hopefully I taught you a few skills, but thank you for teaching me so much more.